Hello there, people! You ever see The Shining? In that movie, they took murder and said it backwards and said red rum. What if we did that, but then we put a space between it and just called it red rum? Because that's exactly what Q2 did for a level for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It's a level! Q2! Why do you do these things? I really don't even know anymore. Like I said, I've really gone off past the point of really even caring or knowing what's going on. I mean, look at that. That's not even red. That's not even red. That's not like rum at all. What? How does this have anything to do with anything? A whitewashed level. Brilliant. I totally don't care anymore. Yeah, this is what happens when you played more than 45 levels. You totally get worn out and can completely care less about what happens in Q2 anymore. You just start realizing how terrible everything is. Red rum. Let's get through this thing. Oh, look at that. Doorways. Who would have guessed? These hellhole archways we've seen for so many levels. My god! What a revolution! A few diagonal rooms later, core damage, and that's pretty much it, of course, because who would actually imagine something actually leading somewhere? Oh, look, a rocket launcher and a bunch of guns that are off side rooms. That totally feels useful. Alright, let's grab some more stuff. Junk. And we're almost pretty much through this thing. And that's pretty much all the guns of the level. Ain't that brilliant? I basically just did that in a minute's time. Because, one, there's absolutely nothing to do in these multiplayer levels but walk around. But yet we keep having to do these over and over and over. Or B, it's the fact of the matter that these are ridiculously short multiplayer levels that look like barely anyone put any effort into these. Like, there's really not much going on. You know, basically you have one thing per room, and that's pretty much it. You grab the one item, you move to the next room. No detailing, no interesting things whatsoever. Just grab the thing, go to the next room. It'd work well for streamlining it, but at the same time, the design choices of it makes it pretty useless anyway. Because usually they're pretty imbalanced. Because they just run around haphazardly in a totally careless fashion. There's really, like, no logic or reason to any of this. And, honestly, even if there is, nobody's gonna play it! So, yeah, it doesn't matter for anybody! Like I said, if you can get another person to play Q2, go for it, but it's 2016. Good luck getting another person to play Q2. I know I haven't been able to get one. Anyway, never mind. My god, can you tell that I'm kind of getting worn out from all this? I need to get back to single player levels soon. These marathons of multiplayer levels are really getting tiring. It feels like we'll do like a very short period of single player, and then it takes ages through the multiplayer sections. Yeah, and if you look at like the ratio of how many levels I've done single player to multiplayer, that makes total sense. I've only done like a couple of single player levels overall, and yet I've done nearly 50 multiplayer levels. So, yeah, I can kind of see why I'm exactly getting worn out with all this. But yeah, the good news is that multiplayer is almost done. It's still a little bit to go. We still have some more levels to check out, but we're getting there. And then it'll mostly be just single player stuff. That'll be nice. I'm getting tired of multiplayer. Really, like I said, there's absolutely really no point to these. They're more just about the historical interest, the fact of the matter that they existed, than it is about the real practicality of them. Like I said, nobody's going to be caring about pretty much anything that exists from the late 90s at this point. Like I said, really, when it comes to Quake, you really only care about like 8 multiplayer levels. I think it's like DM2, DM4, DM6, sometimes DM3. and then usually like one or two custom maps. I think it's actually like two custom maps, and that's pretty much all of the popularity of like Quake generally. That really is all you need to know in order to really do like regular Quake and what pretty much everyone plays. Yeah, people don't really like variety for some reason. That's the biggest problem is the fact of the matter that like the community that's left behind really does not like variety of really doing anything different. And therefore they would never subject themselves to such terrible levels as these. I advocate for playing a bunch of terrible stuff because it stands out as different. It's stuff that you can mix it up in there and throw some terrible stuff in there that's absolutely terrible, but it allows it to be different than the norm. Instead of just high class tournament all the time type things, that's like these are the situated maps that we found to be highly balanced and been prepared for years by the community. You would think someone would want to mix it up a little bit from here and now, but you don't really hear about that when it comes to Quake. I guess that's kind of the idea, is the fact of the matter that people in Quake are people that have been doing this for 20 years and apparently haven't gotten tired of it in 20 years and tired of playing the same few maps in 20 years. Like I said, it'd be nice to have some more variety, but I just don't see it happening. And honestly, like I said, I'm trying to get like different random people and whatnot, but nobody wants to do Q2. yo, everyone will want to start a Dark Places server, but ooh, we don't want to play Q2. That's what I'm saying. Where is the glove for Q2? We need, these may be terrible levels. They may be absolute hellholes to go through. But I want to share this experience with as many people as possible. Why? Because I'm an evil person. And I love to watch as people suffer through the stuff with me as well. But it's also the fun of the matter that it's different. It's stuff that's, when you load up a Q2 level, it's totally distinct as being a Q2 level. And while 101 of these back to back is absolutely terrible, having one of these like thrown in to mix up your general levels would actually be a pretty good idea. Just to have something as filler, have something that keeps it unique and stands out as different. But nope, and that's kind of where we're left. Anyway, I've been ranting for long enough. I'm starting to get more on my soapbox again because the fact of the matter is that it's not like these levels are doing anything at all. It's like, honestly, at this point, really, these levels are just kind of becoming just little short things before I get into massive rants. They're really just stepping stones for that soapbox to talk about stuff, whereby I sit at my black screen and talk for a lengthier period of time than I took to play the level. Because that's what really it's becoming because of Q2. Thanks a lot! Anyway, thank you very much all for watching, and I shall see you all next time.